Good morning, I'm Ilka Oster.
Morning, I'm Jo Dredden. Yes, a little bit chilly down here at Mooloolaba Beach this morning. Why do we champion hardship, and is there a problem with that?
Yeah, well, I don't know about you, but me, growing up, we'd love to hear what everyone out there thinks. My generation and my grandparents, and to a certain extent my parents, especially my father, really revered the Aussie battler and anyone who worked hard. I was told a lot of stories about people who worked hard, how hard my father worked. I certainly got a lot of approval growing up, and kind of put my self-worth into getting that approval because of working really hard, not necessarily for something that I like to do. What about you?
Oh, yes, I learned to work very, very hard. I worked in the horse racing industry with my father. We used to get up at 3 a.m. in the morning and, oh gosh, I would dread times like this when it was so cold, and work 7 days a week. And I recall one time in particular, my dad had an accident and cracked his ribs. Nobody knew. He just kept going, kept working till like 3 days later. He fessed up and decided that he should probably get it looked at. But
Yes.
oh, it was so hard. But it's funny that I didn't even know how to relax. I recall going on holidays and going, oh, what do you do? What does one do on holidays? I didn't know how to just chill and stop.
It is, yeah. So I think that's where the problem is, isn't it?
Oh, that's where the problem is, I guess, that you can't relax.
Yeah. Because there's not really a problem in learning to be resilient and going through challenges, and that's always a great thing for anybody to learn, especially if they're doing it through their own joy and their own passion. But what we really would love people to be more aware of, and what we're looking at in ourselves all the time, is when our self-worth or our way of getting approval is through this hard, you got to do it really hard. And we even, like, you say to me sometimes, oh, my muscles are really sore from the gym, so that's really good. You know, we do this in so many subtle ways, which is all good. But it's also then, are we learning how to actually relax and just be ourselves and be able to chill?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Where it comes from, where the driver to behave like this comes from, because there's really nothing wrong with hard work if it comes from a place of desire. With my kids, they played sport and we encouraged them to work hard at school, but we never really did music. And wasn't till just recently, she was 17 then, and my daughter found an interest in playing the piano, and she researched pianos, found a free one on Gumtree, and taught herself to play on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant to watch, and there was no pain of, okay, come on, let's go, we've got to go to piano lessons. It was actually a really good lesson for me to see that, just watch someone go through learning with joy and desire.
Yeah, and I think this is luckily the new way of coming through, people being more conscious about the feeling states that are going with our what we do in life, and our children are learning more and more to be free, to be happy in what they do and go after things because of those feeling states, rather than the stressful stuff being really revered. And if you're stressed and exhausted and tired, then you must be doing something. which I saw that growing up. So,
but why does that stick with us? Why do we continue down this path, keep doing this thing, and not recognise that maybe this is not good for us?
Yeah, because the subconscious is always in control, and it does 40 million nerve impulses per second compared to the conscious mind, which only does 40 nerve impulses per second. And so the subconscious, with all those stories from our past and our grandfather and me going out in my 20s and that, always seeking approval for doing it hard, it became a program. It became something that I did identify my self-worth with that program. So until I really started working on myself and going inside myself and going, okay, do I really need to keep that program? I don't. And I have actually learned how to be a lot more relaxed and, spend time just being a lot of the time just being happy for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And not having to do anything either.
I'm proud to say I can even lay on the lounge and do a bit of a Netflix binge these days. That would never have happened in the past. Or, interestingly, not so long ago, if I had done that and someone came in the room, I'd be straight up. Oh, no, I'm doing something. I'm doing something.
I wouldn't tell people I went to have massages or things in the past, but these days I'm like, oh, it was awesome. Yeah. So, really can change.
Yeah. So the key thing to look at is like to have the awareness of, and to ask yourself, well, why am I doing something? And perhaps when you're suggesting that your kids may do something, have a look at, where that's really coming from.
Exactly. Yes.
And is it joyous?
Is it joyous? Yeah. Good question, Doc.
So thanks very much for joining us this chilly morning. Hope you're all warm and cozy. And we'll see you again next Wednesday. And
inspire someone today.